Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I see a few of you are on already, so thank you for joining in advance. So it's been about 4 days or so since I did a video. I was out in Vegas over the weekend and wasn't able to churn a video out there. Stayed pretty much busy the whole time, so yeah, didn't quite get a video out, but it would have been great if I had the chance to. It would have been a great backdrop, obviously. But anyway, here I am. So I wanted to talk about TSLY again, just update, all of you all and have a discussion here and kind of get our bearings on where we are. So I already see Sam Talks Finance is on, ready to go and ready to talk more finance. And that's good. Yeah, keep buying. It's down, but I hope it comes back up. And then Door Gunner with 2 zeros says, just got my first shares the other day. Well, good for you. So, all right, well, let's go to Yahoo Finance and look at it. Let's see here. Got a lot of tabs open. I got to find it. All right. So here we go. All right, 5 of you on. Let's see how we do here. It's been a couple days. I do try to announce these in advance. That way, gives you all time to show up. And I'm not really running late today, so that's a good thing. All right, so markets today, everything was pretty much down. And let's see here, because we're already into the futures here on Yahoo. Let's see, the Dow was down about 55 today. NASDAQ was up 22 or 2150. S&P was up 187. Russell was down. And futures, we're down in the futures. I think we're going to get the CPI number this week, and we may get some other big data. We may also get a Fed decision this week, if I recall correctly. NVIDIA keeps running, and it's been on a tear. Wish I would have held on to the options. I mean, it's up like $50 from where I sold. But anyway, okay, so let's look at TSLY. So our favorite ETF, TSLY. Now, my fan, Mr. KJK Good, what he goes by on YouTube, he's supposed to be getting Jay from Yieldmax on here. He claims that he posted somewhere in the comments. He posted what he emailed, but I haven't seen an email, and I don't know where that is in the comments. So if you listen to this, KJK Good, you'll have to tell me where that is. So anyway, so the Tesla Option Income Strategy ETF, or TSLY, was up 0.5% today, 0.52%, or 7 cents to 13.45. It's up a whole cent in the after hours. And so it seems to be recovering a little bit. Again, we really fell off. April 19th, we fell off about $1 after the Tesla earnings came out, bottomed out at like 12.66. And we've started to climb back up since then. Net asset value has it just about fairly valued, so that's a good thing. And yeah, the dividend news actually came out last Thursday, which was the last video I did. So we're down to like a 44-cent dividend, all the way from where we were. So that's a little disappointing. We were at 83 cents in April, down to 44 cents in May. So again, kind of disappointing. But, the Blue Diamond advertisement up there makes up for it a little bit, right? So, all right, we've got 6
Hyundai versus the other
up there.
guys.
So
look what Hyundai has and what Honda, Nissan, and
Yahoo,
Subaru
I
don't.
swear, they wait for me to navigate away.
Hyundai electrified vehicles wins every time.
Now I'm going to have to close this out. They're getting really bad with these noisy ads. Now I've got a Hyundai ad. It's like they wait for me to navigate the page, and then these ads come up. So, all right, for those of you that are on, let me know in the comments what you want to discuss here, and we can kind of keep things going at least. So, let me see. Oops. TubeBuddy. Yeah, they billed me for TubeBuddy for another year, and I didn't need it. Hopefully, I can kind of cancel out. Let's see. Account. Close. Let's see now. That Hyundai ad came up. So, all right, what do we want to discuss here? Interested to see what the APLY dividend will be. Yeah, aren't we all? Let me see if I can find any info on that. So, all right, where are we here? Okay, let's go to APLY. APLY, the Title Trust, Roman numeral 2, Yieldmax, Apple, Option Income Strategy. So we're at 21.06, lost 2 cents today, and we're at 21.01 in the after hours. And almost a full 1% expense ratio. So let's see. I don't think we have any dividend news here yet from Yahoo, but I think it may come mid-June. That's what I'm thinking. It's probably going to come mid-June. Here's the volume here, which we probably don't talk about enough, but trade volume wasn't too heavily traded today. Back on May 4th, it was traded like almost 5 times what it was traded at today. But then again, that was that was a Thursday, right? So I forget what I was going to say. I don't know why that was such a, oh, that might have been because of Apple earnings, actually. So of the days this has been in existence, this is such a new fund here. Look at this. We only have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 15 days that the fund's been in existence. So look at that. The coach can count. That's a plus for a finance channel. So, all right, doesn't look like there's any dividend yet. Let me look again here. And I assume, yeah, it's going to come up blank. So we're down to 2101 in the after hours tomorrow, or 25 basis points, or a 1/4%. Let me go to Google here and see if we have any dividend info on the APLY. APLY, let's see here. What is this? Oh, that's just the stock. No dividend history yet. So we're probably looking at probably June, like I'm saying. We're probably looking at June for a dividend. So, all right, what did you say here? Door Gunner, you're the most frequent commenter this evening. Picked up some APLY and OARK also the other day. Probably let them drip, but might take the dividends to purchase shares of other dividend stocks. Not sure yet. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good idea. That's probably what I would do because I'm not sure how sustainable these are. But then again, you know, if you buy into like TSLY, you buy more shares and it drops, but the dividend's cut in half. So, you know, I think it's good instead of reinvesting in, you know, the same funds. It might be good to, you know, diversify, not diversify, but buy into other stocks. Oh, here's Broke Expat John. So you're a fan of this clip too. I guess I'll end up doing a video on this because a lot of you really talk this fund up. I mean, I know it's like a Chinese fund, and you know, some of you are, I guess, a bit dismayed by that. But I haven't really. This one hasn't appealed too much to me, but you all kind of keep asking for it, so I may have to cover it. And see, the thing is, though, looking at it from the beginning of this year, it's been dropping steadily. It was almost $25 at the beginning of the year, and it's dropped all the way to like 1967. It actually debuted January. What's the dividend on it, though? I forget what the dividend is. So, all right, obviously you like Clip. 50%? Well, it might be because the fund is dropping, but you know how that whole thing works. So, all right, let's see here. Got some more of you showing up here. So let me go back to, since we can't find a dividend for Apple or APLY yet, let's go back to our favorite Yahoo Finance. And let's see here. So Clip. One of you claims it's 50%. Crane shares China internet and covered call strategy. So for those of you that really like this one, I mean, I hope that the dividend certainly, I hope it justifies it. 95% expense, not 95%, 95 basis point expense ratio. So my apologies, I got a pain on the left side of the jaw here. All right, let's see here. Dividends. Let's see. $1. Oh, you're annualizing this is what you're doing. So this one is, let's see, 0.56 plus 1.16 plus 1.098 plus 1.033 divided by 4 times 12. Yeah, so you guys are basically annualizing this is what you're doing. We don't know if this is going to sustain or not. That would be a 58% dividend. So I guess, hey, I can do a video on that. I'll do my shock thumbnail and I'll say, you know, 58% dividend. So yeah, that's one for the list for sure. But I don't know. Some of you pointed out some things in the last live stream because I've looked at this one a couple of times because a couple of you definitely consistently asked for it. So, you know, but a couple of you don't like it either. So there you go. That answers that. Let's see. Look at UAN. UAN. What is that one? Let me check something here. Whew. Alrighty. UAN. Oh, typo. UAN. Is that CVR Partners? 31.5% dividend. How about that? $103 though. So this is a stock. This must be a stock. $104 a share, paying a 31% dividend. This reminds me of Zim. Oh, James Storr showed up here. What's this one? San Juan Trust, big dividend payer as well. Okay, we'll look at that one. But right now we're looking at UAN. So let's see here. By the way, where's all my Maple Leafs fans? Your team's kind of struggling. Looks like they maybe shouldn't have advanced after all. Oh well. I mean, good job winning the first series, but I'm not a big Florida Panthers fan. They're on the other side of the state, so I was kind of hoping you guys would knock them out. But anyway, so okay, UAN. Let's see now. UAN. The whole stat about them not winning a series in 19 years. Now they've done that, but now the pundits, their next big thing is, oh well, they haven't won a second round game in 19 years. Well, obviously, because when they won their last series, it was the first round. So in the second round, they haven't, they didn't win a second round game. So that's the next stat that they're going to chase. All right. So CVR Partners, what have we here? Ex-dividend date May 12th. Ooh, I wonder if I get into this today. Probably too late. They've already announced it. I want to do what's his name? Who's the guy? Smith, Robert Smith. I want to do what he says and, basically buy in and then get the dividend and then sell. Just take the dividend. Okay, so what am I doing? Okay, 31.5% dividend, like I was saying. So this is $32 annualized. Let's look at historical data. And let's see. Historical data, dividends only. $10.43. So annualizing that would be like a $40 dividend per year. So that's pretty good, pretty phenomenal. But that's a $100 stock. I believe it is a stock. But see here, we kind of fluctuate a bit. 226, 1005 in August, $1.77, and then 1050. So it's not 1050 per quarter. It's more like 20, probably 23 something. So that's closer to like a 25% dividend. Let me add them up here just to be exact. Good thing I have an iPhone, right? 1005, 177, and then 1050. 2458 divided by 103.96 is 23.6%. Okay, so you can't quite annualize that at the most recent dividend. Well, you could, because in theory you're right, but it's a bit misleading because the last quarter it just paid $1.77. So another one I've never heard of here. So good job, John. You introduced another one to the group here that the coach has never heard of. So good deal. All right, and then we had another one come in here. Let me circle back to the comments. 14 live viewers. Oh, one of my favorite fans' favorite screen names showed up here. So let's see here. Oh, it's funny. All right, I'll get to this in a second here. So James Storr wants to talk about San Juan Trust, big dividend payer. We'll look at that one. And Big Lance is a Panthers fan. So, all right, I guess I cast a little shade on the Panthers, but you're not too upset. Well, they're the other Florida team, I guess. But it's funny how they kind of snuck into the playoffs and they're kind of outperforming my Lightning. Well, they are outperforming them because the Lightning are out. Panthers knocked out the frickin' Bruins after all. They may be on the path to the Stanley Cup for all we know. Have they ever won the Stanley Cup, by the way? I'm not sure on that one. I'm just disappointed that my Lightning are out of it. But, they got 2 cups in the last 3 years, so it is what it is. All right, Eat More Beans showing up here and talking about nitrogen. Of course, I knew you'd talk about something gas-related with that name. So UAN is a nitrogen fertilizer company. You want be in this before planting season. Okay, when does planting season start? I'm not too well-versed in that. Glenn Skirka points out that Edmonton is getting smoked tonight. Yeah, it's too bad for the Canadian teams. I feel like hockey's like more of a cold weather sport. almost more of a Canadian sport, but the poor Canadian teams just kind of get smoked most of the time. And I know they kind of think it's unfair because I think the big market teams, they feel like have more money to spend and whatnot. But it's kind of the same thing with baseball. Like you look at the Yankees and some of the big teams, the Red Sox, but look at the Rays down here in Tampa. They're small payroll and they're leading the league. So interesting. All right. So we talked about UAN, very inconsistent dividend. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Most likely not pay until next year. Oh, Mark Brunswick, I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. IEP. Yeah, we'll look at IEP in a second here. So what's the next one? San Juan Trust. So let's look up San Juan Trust here. It's in Puerto Rico, I assume. Which technically... Oh, no. Not again. Not again. All right. San Juan Trust. San Juan Trust. Let's see here. Another one I've never heard of. Is this it? San Juan Basin Royalty Trust. 771. Ooh, I like it. It's cheap and it pays a good dividend. I'm sold, right? But wait, we got to look further than that. We can't just say we're sold. All right, what do we have here? $2.15 dividend, so 28% out of 771. We were up 34 cents today, almost 5%. We were up another 7 cents in the after hours, which at this low price for this fund, 7 cents is definitely almost a 1% gain. So look at this one. This one's been around for a while. Back in 05, they had some crazy swings upward. And, oh man, look at that one. So how have we done in the last 5 years? It's hard to make sense of these stocks like this because I like to look way back and I see crazy behavior like that, and then, well, look at this. Since 2020, it's been going back up. So I guess you should just look at 5 years or less, maybe. I don't know. You tell me. All right. What do we have here for earnings? Is this a stock or what? We got an Orange Theory ad. Oh, it's San Juan, but it's based in Texas. How about that? Interesting. Oh, the San Juan Basin. I was thinking San Juan, Puerto Rico. It must be the San Juan Basin because that's in Texas, because there's a lot of Mexican names in Texas because that was a Mexican, Texas used to be part of Mexico. It may be again soon after they lift that rule this week. Oops, did I say that? I didn't mean that. I'm just joking. Anyway, all right, we got more of you on here. So what do we have here? Oh, IEP. I'll look that one up. I save the best for last typically. Fertilizer has already been bought for this year. Really? I'm not too well versed in fertilizer. Panthers and the Heat are on big playoff runs. Oh, the Miami Heat? Oh, well, good for you. You're down there, so those are your teams. Door Gunner with 2 zeros says, hasn't SJT stock tanked over the years? Yeah, I was just looking at that. You must be reading my mind because that's what we were just talking about. Boston Red Sox showed up late. Isn't it a little late for you? But hey, welcome to the stream. Glad you're on. So you said, Red Buffett comments today. Next year may be tough, so SVOL may continue to be perfect, but TSLY may drift lower. Will take 3 months to break even. Now I have to disagree with Mr. Buffett, and it's tough to do because I would presume Mr. Buffett knows a little more than I do. But I have to wager that next year I just feel like they're going to have everything looking good. 2024, they'll have inflation coming down. They'll have, they'll probably tap into the strategic oil reserve to have the gas coming down again. They're going to have everything looking good for obvious reasons. So I feel like next year will be a good year for the market. So I have to disagree with Mr. Buffett. But you know what? He knows more than me. If I'm right and he's wrong, I'd be shocked. So, all right. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you on. James Stower says, total return for the last 5 years beat the S&P. Well, that's always a plus. Yeah, I was really focused on the last 5 years because those funds like that, it's tough to, when you look like that and you see these huge spikes like 15 or 20 years ago, and then you see where they are now, you kind of wonder what's going on. So, all right. Beat it by 19%. Okay. Eat More Beans is talking about IEP also. IEP has holdings in CVI, parent company of UAN. See, they're all interconnected, right? All these funds are somewhat interconnected. All right. Well, let's look at IEP then. I don't know how long I'm going to go tonight, but what I'll do, I'll follow the same rule. If we hit 20, I'll keep going. If we hit 25, I'll keep going. And then if we hit 100, I'll just go for 2 or 3 hours, of course, you know. So, all right, let's see now. IEP, what do we have? IEP, how are we doing here? Hold on just a second here. It's always a bummer when you get back home and you're kind of out of everything. So I've had to run to the store a couple times today. Probably gonna have to go back after I'm done here. Icon Enterprises. Ooh, glad you guys asked for that, because you know what? We're up to a 21% dividend. We got a dividend raise. Why? Because since April Fool's Day, the stock has dropped $14. Wonder what's causing that. Very interesting. This seems cheap for Icon Enterprises. I'm shocked. Ooh, and a negative earnings per share. Negative earnings, low beta, market cap 12.94. What is going on here with Mr. Icon? These are not, they've missed 3 earnings in a row. And I think they just, they have earnings coming out tomorrow. Dang it, you know what, I wish I was sitting on a little bit of cash. I'd buy some of this. Too many things to buy. And, you know, you want to, of course, or I want to trade options at the same time. But, you know, wow, how about that? Earnings are coming out. I would, this is so weird. I just saw this in the store today, and now I'm getting an ad for it. That's crazy. It's like it's seeing what I'm seeing. It's getting crazy with these ads. It's AI and stuff. You never know. You never know. It's like reading your mind. Anyway, all right, what do we have here? Let's see now. IEP. Okay, we looked at that. By the way, what would your business do with 375,000? I keep seeing that question there. Well, mine would expand. I'd use the money. I'd be happy with 375,000, but earning, not borrowing. SVOL and JEPQ are your next purchases. Well, yeah, good for you. Those are definitely solid, stable ones here. And let's see now. Oh, Hindenburg. The Hindenburg report says it was overvalued by 271%. Really? So it kind of, I guess the stock kind of crashed like the Hindenburg. Anyway, yeah, I just saw something flash across Yahoo on that. Dung Nguyen. Did I get it right? I hope so. You think SWK will get back up to 180s again? What's SWK? I'll give you my expert opinion on what the stock's going to do once I know what it is. Isn't that cool? Like, I can not know what a stock is, never have seen it, but then I can produce an expert opinion on it in seconds after I just look it up. That's why I'm a YouTuber, you know? So this is Stanley Black & Decker. Oh, Black & Decker. You know, I haven't seen this come across my radar in a long, long time, if ever. So what do I think they're going to do? Honestly, I think this is like a retail stock that was kind of on the way out. I'm even surprised this is still cooking. What do I think it's going to do? Honestly, I think it's going to stay flat. I don't know if I'd even touch this one. Black and Decker. Didn't even know they were still around. But I hope I pronounced your name right. Do let me know. All right, James Storr wants to know more about IEP. Report on IEP called it Ponzi-like and under investigation. Really? You know, I can't see Carl Icahn. God, that would be weird. You know, he does look a little bit like Bernie Madoff, but I thought he was a good investor. I mean, that would kind of shock me. That would really shock me. Although history does repeat itself. How long has it been since the Madoff thing? 2009? What was that, like 14 years ago now? 14 years? That's crazy. 14 years ago. All right, and Eat More Beans says should be on Yahoo News below. Well, let me pull that up. You guys got me on that now. Let me pull it up. All right, let's see now. You know, it's funny, since I have all of you all fine folks that follow me regularly, like I was saying, I should have no problem hitting my watch hours from here on. In fact, because I remonetized for the 2nd year. So, you know, thanks to all of you all, of course. I actually, without uploading as much as I was in April, because I lost count, I was almost uploading every day trying to meet those hours, but I'm on pace for the 4,000 just with the couple of uploads I've done in May so far. So that's all good stuff. Why is TSN showing up here? Let me look. Ooh, Tyson Foods dropped. They must have missed earnings. Should have done puts on that. The best way to invest perfectly if you could just time travel, because in hindsight what everything's going to do. Just time travel, then make the trades, then come back to the future. All right, total ESG score. Who cares about that? Ooh, Tyson. They're missed 3 quarters in a row, even though they keep revising down. God, this has the look of a dying company. Well, they've been in the news for a lot of stuff, haven't they? Dang, that's crazy. Earnings per share 673, 51.20. They're up. Cash dividend May 31st. Huh. How about that, Tyson? Wow, since April 22, almost dropped in half. It's hard to really make heads or tails of this market anymore. 1-year target estimate, but these experts seem like they don't know shit. A lot of times, their guess is as good as yours or mine. I will get to that in a minute. All right, Icon cares about his legacy. Yeah, I would think he would. I think he's a good guy, I don't think he's like a made up. That's why he donates to schools so he can put his name on their buildings. That's what I'd like to do one day. That's like the measure of wealth. How the number of buildings your name is on. Maybe I can have the THB School of Finance one day. Wouldn't that be cool? I wonder how many of you all would attend the THB School of Finance. Maybe I'll post a poll. I know Eat More Beans would. Sell chicken, buy beans. I agree. But you know what? The right foods can, whether it's beans or not, it can all give you the farts. By the way, I got to tell you, the food in Vegas, that was crazy. I normally don't eat like that, but I had, this may be TMI, but I mean, I had gas like crazy. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, just, the food was good, but I mean, I normally don't eat like that. I'm normally not that crazy, I guess. But anyway, yeah. So Tyson definitely would, you'd want to sell out before the thing completely crashes. So, all right, we got 15 of you on. What else do we got here? Was there something? Oh, Dong Wen. I can look up here. I looked it up on my phone, but I'll pull it up on Yahoo since you asked about it. What were we? Black and Decker. That's you would never know that was, Stanley Black and Decker. It almost looked like Star Wars something. Down 126 today, up 27 cents in the after hours. I keep seeing the number 26 over and over again. Keep seeing the same numbers over and over again. I wish they could translate to lotto numbers. So, all right, let's see now. We're actually up for the year. This had to be around, since like the 80s. Yeah, I think this is past its prime, honestly. Look at that run up, though. March 21, like when everything peaked, $216. That was insane. Look at that. Now it's lower than before the pandemic, even during the pandemic. God, that's crazy. How about that? Earnings date, July 26th. There's another 26. Earnings per share negative, 91.67. What else do we got here? Earnings. Oh, yeah, July 26th. There's that number again. We beat earnings the last 3 quarters, but yeah, I don't know. The experts claim that it's going to be 91.67. So you have a little bit of a gain there, I guess. It's paying out a dividend by June 2nd. Interesting. There's your volume. Yeah, this one, it's not one that really excites me. And like I said 10 minutes ago, didn't even know the ticker or what it was. So, all right. Any more comments here, people? I see the comments have kind of slowed down. Anyone else want to talk about anything else? Let's see, what time is it here? 10:51 on the East Coast. Anyone want to know anything about Vegas? I know they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but for all of you all, you're like my core fans. I wouldn't mind discussing a thing or two. Shoot. Do I still like QYLD? I haven't sold it. So what does that tell you? I mean, I'm not in love with it. I don't really like it, but I haven't sold it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's kind of like in purgatory, I guess. Yeah, I'm just going to hang on to it. There's not enough of it to really sell. By the way, they still have Trump Tower in Vegas. They haven't taken that down yet. I figured they'd have that stuff down immediately, but it was kind of it's survived, so I was kind of surprised. But anyway, all right. What do you think APLY dividend will be? I think it will be the best one. Typically, is the first one. I think you should follow OARK for reference. I think it could pay out maybe like a 50-cent dividend. It's funny because I was about there. Let's see. I left Thursday night. Did the craziest thing because stuff is so expensive. It's ridiculous. I'm to the point with inflation and all this. I really think companies are just extorting us. It's ridiculous. So my room was $200 a night. I only actually had the room for one night. In retrospect, I wish I would have stayed longer, but I ended up when I flew out of Tampa, I had a layover in Denver, and I ended up sleeping at the airport. So I guess I was homeless for a day. I got to experience the homeless experience for a day, and you all missed it because I just shaved today, but I had the whole beard and everything going. I mean, I looked the part, which is funny because I talk about money and it kind of amuses me. There's like that book, The Millionaire Next Door. So when you see somebody that looks like a bum, but not that anybody with a beard necessarily looks like a bum, but when you look like a bum and you talk money or you're really good with money, people don't always know based on appearance. So they may look and say, oh, poor guy, let me buy him lunch or something. And next thing you know, it's like the millionaire next door. Not saying I'm a millionaire, but just correlating. So, it's funny you say that because, 3 days, what was it? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I came back Sunday. So, but it was fun. It was fun. I mean, I liked it. I would have definitely stayed longer. There was a lot I didn't get to do. The hotel, it was in the casino. It was South Point Hotel and Casino, hence the casino. They had a ton of restaurants in there. Just couldn't do everything. But I missed the pool and I missed the gym, but the pool was really nice. Wish I would have gone, but I turned in my room key before and I realized I needed access. I needed to have the room key to get access. But just, I was, after not sleeping the first day, I was kind of burned out my first night there and went down to the Strip, went to Fremont and all of that. So yeah. So yeah, I could probably do longer, but I'd have to, like, a week would kind of be cool. And ideally, yeah, we'll get to that in a second here. Ideally, I would it'd be cool to pay for the trip with gambling winnings. So just take safe bets like on sports and stuff like that. And for this question here, the elephant in the room, yeah, met several of them. There was one lady that was like just glued at the casino that we talked to, and she was 22 hours gambling, and she was losing money. And so she stopped after 22 hours. She said she was going to like rest up for like 3 hours and then come back. And so we asked her, well, geez, 22 hours losing money, that's kind of bothersome, isn't it? And she's like, oh no, I'm having fun. So okay, well, you're losing money, but as long as you're having fun, lose money. Just like all of us, hopefully when we lose money in TSLY, hopefully we have fun doing it. It may not quite be the thrill of gambling, but in some cases our investing can be like gambling. But anyway, and then of course on Fremont Street there was a lot of, Cinco de Mayo, so there was a lot of stuff going on there. So yeah, it was fun. I actually, my reason for going out there, this investor group that I'm in that does options trades and stuff like that, it was a 2-day conference. So that's what that was about. And it'll probably be a once a year thing for me. Next year, I may get off my billfold a little bit more, not be so stubborn. I may just stay longer. But I'm just still stubborn. I'm still coming out of this like cheap mindset. It's just, $200 a night for a room. And then they kept trying to add that they have this room service fee, but my group had negotiated that away. And I kept trying to tell the lady, no, this fee shouldn't be there, but they kept trying to add it. That's why I say they just extort. It's to the point they just extort people, and no one seems to care. Everything's so expensive, but no one seems to care. It's like, I don't know. We got Biden in there. Inflation, just everything's fine. Anyway, don't make anything in that comment. I'm just ranting. So yeah. So to address your comment there, that answers that. Could have meant more, of course, but what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So I won't get into everything. I'll just give you the cliff notes. So let's see here. Getting a lot of you opening up here. All right, let's see here. You know what I should have done? Going back to this comment here. I should have, at the casino, they have like these, the Hooters girls. They're not Hooters. I didn't go to the Hooters there, but they have like, the girls dressed up and stuff like that, walking around and stuff, serving drinks and stuff. I should have done a live stream from there and gotten some of them to join. I'm sure I would have had thousands of views with that, So that's what I should have done. But yeah, some of the ladies walking around Fremont Street, those pictures I probably couldn't put on here because the video might get taken down. Anyway, so with that being said, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas for the most part, right? Okay, Engineer Blake showed up. Oh yeah, your article. Darn, I didn't know you were going to show up. I've been kind of on a rant here. I feel like you're like an important person. You write for what was it, Seeking Alpha. So like I need to I need to be more professional when I have people of your caliber on. Not that the rest of you aren't of high caliber, of course. So you said, so glad I decided to pop in. Of course, just in time for the Vegas discussion. Did you guys talk about TSLY? Well, yeah, the whole video pretty much has been about TSLY, other than talking about Vegas. See, I have to explain. See, the audience misses me so much. I have to explain when I'm gone for 4 days. I've got to have a story, because it's like, what the heck? Did you guys talk about TSLY? Yeah, so that answers that. Am I the only one endorsing hedging away its net asset value erosion with puts? No, I think you're onto something here. You're probably smarter than most people. Maybe not most people, but you're definitely a smart guy. So you're definitely onto something. You want to explain that again a little further? Because I think, yeah, doing puts on, was it Tesla? Doing puts is a good idea for sure. So let's see here. Door Gunner with 2 zeros. QYLD has been dropping for a while. Sold out of my position on it. It's a good play maybe when you need income now. It's like that advertisement. I need money now. It's my money and I need it now. But yeah, I'm staying in that for now. Eat More Beans says 6-month target for TSLY at 1330 has plus or minus 7% with the current volatility of 9. Should get near the 40 cents per month dividend. You think so? Like from here on? Well, I would say, can we get that in writing? But we already did. Did I mention that Vegas food? I felt like I was eating nothing but beans that whole time. I mean, it was nuts. Good thing you're in big crowds of people. So, all right. Mark Brunswick says, I keep buying a few shares of QYLD every month to average down. Well, good for you. Motown Investor shows up and says, hey, hey, hey. Well, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Vegas is as overrated as Miami. Yeah, Miami's really getting to be a big city, isn't it? I was just in Lauderdale a couple months ago. And yeah, it's the east coast of Florida. I noticed like I-95 has the carpool lane now, like LA. And yeah, I mean it's gotten big down there. Fort Lauderdale is as expensive as some of these other states. I made the trip and I just drove back. It's a 4-hour drive from Tampa, but I was so mad. I'm like, I'm not paying. It was the same price as Vegas for a hotel, for a dump, for a dive. I was like, I'm not staying in a $200 hotel. So I needed to go just for a day, but it was like spring break, so I thought about staying a little longer and stuff. But I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm just gonna drive there, drive back home. That was a brutal drive because it was like 4 hours each way. But yeah, kind of sucked. But you know what you could do if you really want to be a mutant, or I guess a lot of people do this. You can just pull your car into a rest area and just sleep in your car. Because honestly, some of these hotels they don't clean them that well enough. You're better off probably sleeping in your car instead of a Motel 6. I just can't get used to the fact that you have some of these dumps like this, Motel 8 or like Howard Johnson Hotel and stuff like that. They might as well be truck stops. And they used to be like $60 a night. Now they're like $200 a night, and it's ridiculous. I would never pay. To me, $200 a night is like an upscale hotel. But I don't know. Just with this inflation and stuff, I feel like I'm starting to become like my grandparents. And you know what? A Coke was 10 cents. I'm not buying you a Coke out of the machine because it used to be 10 cents in my day. It's $1 now. It's gone up. It's gone up. It's 10x. I'm starting to feel like a grumpy old person with these prices. So anyway, TLTW, Hoffman Unfiltered. I know you keep asking for that. Yeah, I'm overdue for a video on that. Door Gunner said, I lived in Miami and hated every minute of it. Yeah, I mean, hey, Miami's a big city. The funny thing, when I was in Lauderdale, the weather wasn't too great, so I did go down to the beach and stuff, but it was all overcast and stuff. The water was cold and stuff, so I missed the best of it. But yeah, brutal drive. Eat More Beans said, yep. Also said, LOL. Big Lance stays for the humor. That's what we want you to do. Come for the finance, stay for the humor. Who's that one YouTuber, Andre G? He says something like that. I should have a corny saying like that at the beginning. Come for the finance, stay for the humor. That'll be my first. That'll be my slogan now. I just won't do the whole shh like he does, you know. So Door Gunner says nothing destroys your stomach like the chow halls on military bases in the Middle East. LOL. Yeah, who knows what they're cooking up for you there? But I got to tell you, Vegas was pretty rough on the stomach. I think just because I've been eating better, so I'm not used to all that. I mean, normally I would handle that fine, but I guess I'm not used to eating all that stuff. It just gave me crazy gas. I couldn't believe it. I was like, let me excuse myself outside. I don't want to light the place up. I'd have to change my name to Eat More Beans or Eat Less in that case. So interesting facts here. Love living up here in Citrus County, nice and quiet and still pretty cheap. Are you in like the Ocala area? They're getting a Buc-ee's there, the Buc-ee's gas station. They have one in Daytona Beach, but they're getting one there. So that's interesting. 6-month target for Tesla, 170 plus or minus 32%. Ooh, that's a big range. With the current volatility of 46. Are you just making stock predictions or what are you doing? You just pulling these out of your hat or what? I almost said something else. We don't want you to pull stock predictions out of anywhere else though, because they might not be I won't say it. Crystal River. Oh, okay. So I'm thinking, yeah, Ocala's further north. All right. Well, we were actually talking about stocks on here. This was a stock video, or this was an investment video, but we kind of got carried away. Engineer Blake, when I looked into it, if we want to hedge TSLY for margin call reasons, we want a position in TSLS. Yeah, you're right. I need to memorize this stuff because I've heard several of you say that. But either TSLA or why do I keep doing that? It's Tesla. I keep saying TSLA because I'm reading TSLY. So either TSLA or TSLY puts will also hedge against NAV erosion based on option prices. Ooh, tell me more. You got my attention now. So tell me, based on option prices, but how so? Explain more. While you're doing that, while you're coming up with an answer, I won't play the Jeopardy music for you, but I'll look into some of these other ones that we want. Okay, TLTW was on the list. We had APLY, we looked into that one. So I think TLTW was the only one we were really looking at that point. Tesla prediction from where, though? From the experts? Because you said based on option prices. So, all right, let me look at TLTW, and I'll even look at the TSLS. And then we could even talk about Vegas and these other places more. Because I have fun. I have fun kind of getting off topic. So, Direction Daily Tesla Bear 1X shares, TSLX, sorry, 30.88. And because Tesla's up for the year, we're down 36% this year. But it's a good hedge, right? 30.96, up 8 cents or 26. There's that number again. Wow. For those of you into numerology there. Okay. 55. Yeah, we've dropped. But how are we doing since Tesla has dropped? Uh, 2606. Here's that number again. That's crazy. March 31st. So we're up $4. That doesn't seem like a fair trade-off for what we dropped. We're up. We were up 34. So I don't know. That's a hedge, but it doesn't seem like it's quite compensating us for what we're dropping. All right, TLTW for whoever of you wanted that. 33.36, down 27 cents. Oh, look at this ad here. See, this is the kind of coach I need to be. An Orange Theory coach. I'm already a financial coach, but I should be like an Orange Theory coach. See this guy? He's the personal trainer. He's coaching up this lady here. I definitely meet more ladies that way. Should have gone to the gym in Vegas. I knew it. And then the pool. But anyway, it is what it is. There's always next year. Inception date, August 18th, 22. So this one hasn't been around too long. I know I've looked at it before. I'm acting like it's new, but, I don't remember things that I talk about sometimes. So, Bonefish Grill. It's funny. A couple of my friends were in Vegas and I couldn't meet up with them. It was their anniversary, but they decided, and this is one of my rules, like if you're going to travel somewhere, Don't go to like chain places that you can go to back home, right? So they decide they go all the way out there, and there's all these unique restaurants you can eat at in Vegas, of course, in the hotels and stuff. But they decided to go to Texas Roadhouse, which is very popular in here in Florida. And I kind of made fun of them. Well, they couldn't meet up with me because they said, "Oh, we're getting a free dinner," which I understood. You know, a free dinner versus meeting up with me. I kind of understand the preponderance of the scale. You're going to ditch me for a free dinner, you know. So it is what it is. But I'd like to go to unique places when I travel somewhere else. Now my phone's getting blown up here. Um, but yeah, if they ever watch this, they're going to be like, "Why'd you tell our story?" I mean, the audience doesn't know who you are. So you know, I have to when I get funny stories, I have to use them at other people's expense sometimes. All right, so let's see. So we just got our dividend May 2nd. We're down from 64 cents, but I don't understand this fund. I need one of you to explain to me, one of you that's a TLTW expert, why the dividend went up, because I didn't see the fund go up too much. We were at 30 cents in March, 65 cents in April, 53 cents in May. And let's look at the chart here. Let's look at the chart. What do we have here? Oh, skin advertisement. Oh, another funny thing. So pot is legal in Vegas. Oh, I'm not going to get into pot because, that may hurt the algorithm. But anyway, let me just say a lot of things are legal in Vegas, and they have deliveries for certain things. And it's funny because, yeah, you can walk around. There's a lot of interesting smells around there for sure. So, okay, let's see. How did the dividend go up? I want to know why did the dividend go up when we stayed flat? One of you needs to explain that one to me, because if this holds, this may be, it just may be a good fund to get into. So, all right, I'm starting to lose some of you all on here. I've gone for 46 minutes. What time is it here? Oh, it's after 11. My jaw's hurting. I didn't get punched or anything, but it's a tooth issue. I got to buy my good toothpaste here now that I'm home. All right, so I did that one based on options prices. Come on, show up. There we go. Option prices, Tesla prediction. Oh, using the VIX. Oh, you're good. Yeah, you're calculating based on the VIX. Can you put in like the formula you're using, or you're just looking at the VIX that calculate that? Because I'm interested how you do that. I have to take you more seriously despite your name. I already do. I'm just teasing you, Engineer Blake. See, if you had a name like Engineer Blake, everybody would take you seriously immediately. But I like your name. I appreciate it. Keep the name the same. Buying puts is like buying insurance. It's comparable to owning a rental, where the puts are like landlord, homeowner's insurance, and the dividend is comparable to the rent you collect. Ooh, that's a mouthful. Let me read that again. Buying puts is like buying insurance. Yeah, I agree with that. It's comparable to owning a rental, where the puts are like a landlord, homeowner insurance, and the dividend is comparable to the rent you collect. Interesting way of looking at it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. The VIX of TLT went up last month on a slight dividend increase. Oh, so it's based on the VIX. But what about your Tesla prediction there? You didn't really explain to us. But what you're going to have to do at this point, just explain it in the comments, because I'm going to probably call it quits here. Didn't have as much participation tonight. I was surprised for Thursday during the day. I got a lot of audience participation because I thought you all would be working or something, but you all wanted to watch me, which, I mean, that makes my day, but I mean, I probably could have kept going for 2 hours in the middle of the day. Couldn't believe it. I had more participation in the middle of the day than I do at night. So that was cool. Although I have hit like 30 or 40 at this point at night. The VIX of TLT went up last month. Oh, we looked at that one already. Has the VIX for each stock and ETF. Well, what does that mean? What has it? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but you have about probably 10 or 15 seconds to explain that, because I'm about to end here. So, all right. Well, thank you all for tuning in today. Had pretty good participation, even though it's been like 4 days. Had fun, talked about a lot of different stuff, not all stocks. Definitely never a dull moment on here. So like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, don't be a stranger. We'll see you all on the flip side and on the next live stream, which hopefully is either tomorrow or the day after. So thank you all again, and take care.